Good morning. Good morning, guys. This is episode 13 of NBA 2K16, managing the 0-12 Lakers this morning. I'm your host, ZD, of the Iamacreator group. Beyond the grave of the Iamacreator community. Good morning to you guys out there. You guys are joining in. Want to catch more 2K16 till the time I pick up The Last of Us 2 this Friday, guys. With a good magical day for it. For GameStop this Friday. Be sure to hit that red support button if you guys are new in the chat. Also smash the like button, tweet it out, share and comment, add them to a playlist. What's up, Thrice? How are you, go? Long time no see. Good to see you back inside the Iamacreator group. If you guys in the chat has a Facebook and a Twitter account, you can do so to follow me on Twitter. If you guys like to. Which I don't blame you. You guys will have Borderlands 3. It was going to be this morning since I'm off till Thursday. You guys will have a new episode tonight. Let's let everybody know in the chat for sure. Because there hasn't been that much copyright issues, which I don't give a crap about that, to be honest. And doing the philosophy and whatnot, when we watch our videos in full, like the videos in full, share them, tweet them out, add them to a playlist, and we're all good to go. But it's good to see you again, Thrice. It's, I haven't seen your ass in the chat for quite some time. How you doing? I mean, so far, the last appearance, if I can recall, for you in the chat, it's been a while, to be honest. Yeah.
And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they say there. Cause all I do is win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Heat in the kitchen, hot on the stove.
It's the 2K Sports.
The first one. They are the only one on this team. The Lakers are 0-12.
I'm Ernie Johnson.
How is everyone doing today? Hope you guys are good. We got anything else? I'm off today and tomorrow, but here's the thing. I go back Thursday, and then I have a date with GameStop this Friday. I'm going to be with my dad most of the time, half the time on that. And then, by the time I pick up The Last of Us 2, that will set out this series of NBA 2K16 for the slot for 3 to 4 days a week, every week. I, for one, am going to be trading in Skyrim for $20, 20 or 22 in credit. I don't think it'll be a terrible idea. I haven't gone months into Skyrim. But yeah, when was the last time you've ever been in the chat, girl? Anything on that for sure? But I do know I am targeting the big time for the PS5 later this year. And there's been a lot of, plenty of big stuff. Plenty of big stuff coming out of the IGN Expo this month. So, I still have an I'm back up to an 81% chance of buying the PS5 during the holidays. But I have decided, I have been doing, well, my love and I was on the call last night for a little over 2 hours, from 8:30 to a little after 10:30 last night. And since her and I have not been on the call the past couple nights besides last night, you know, I was just feeling pretty tired the other night and the previous night afterwards. So I was just a little more tired, but thank God I don't.
And of course, Lewis Williams. This is their first game without him.
And as shocked as people are that they would trade away a player of his caliber, Kevin, they didn't just let him go for nothing. They got a lot in return. I think it's a deal that's going to really help him down the road.
And that's the idea. You know, you want to build a foundation on which this team can continue to move upward. So certainly some fans unhappy to see him go, but fans will be patient, and they also continue to be fans.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Davis. Henderson out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Al Farouk Aminu, and it's Kaman in at the pivot spot manning the middle.
And they are on the board first.
Trying to set the tone here early. I like that.
Last season, Kobe with some thoughts on the development of U.S. players last season. Felt that the AAU system, Clark, was problematic.
And I would not disagree specifically in this regard. Too much focus on playing games and winning versus skill development.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Russell dishes to Mozgov. Kicks it to Bass. Screened by Russell. Pass to Bryant. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And with Kobe, who's just so skilled, that critique holds water. Kobe felt that Europeans came into the league with more of a skill set because they learned how to play the game a little bit more collectively than the American players. You know, for Kobe's statement, it's hard to measure something like skill with metrics. I mean, you look at shooting and free throw percentages, and there isn't too much of a difference between U.S. and European players.
Both free throws good for Bryant. And for Kobe Bryant, how difficult was last season? Starting out strong, even though the team Greg around him wasn't very good. But then everything, including Bryant, fell to pieces.
And when you're a competitor, the way this guy is a competitor, you can't stand to lose. So you push your body to the limit to avoid that. But what happens at age 36 when you've got the kind of miles that Kobe Bryant has, you know, you just can't go it alone. That's why Kobe lasted only 35 games.
Now Russell, after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. Mozgov a screen on Davis. The drive by Russell. There's the pass to Smith. 5 to shoot. The 3. The Lakers rebound. Bass can't get it to go.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
In the corner, Henderson with it. Passes it to Davis. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
You know, you go back to Kobe Bryant. He pushed himself so hard last season, though his points per game average was up. Field goal percentage was the worst of his career. He just felt he had a better chance to score than anyone else on the team, and it's real hard to argue that he was wrong about that.
And guys, you know Kobe Bryant, words can't describe what he's meant to his team, really to the league in the game of basketball. You just wonder when he's finally going to say, you know what, I've done all I can do. That's enough. Retirement's been hinted at, but until I see it, knowing how competitive Kobe is, I just won't believe it.
For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And Lillard kicks to Henderson. To the inside. The 11-footer. Mozgov with the block. And they get it back. Second shot opportunity. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Lillard's got his first points for the game. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers in their last game, a loss to the Raptors.
Yeah, in a game where offensively they were about as inconsistent as you're ever going to see them.
They needed to make a few runs, but it just never happened for them. And when you can't string things together, it's tough sledding. It's a tough way to go.
It's stolen by Davis. Lillard against Russell. Lillard attacking. Mozgov with the block. It's deflected. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Henderson against Kobe. 6 to shoot. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. For three, Smith. Rebound by the Trailblazers. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them.
Now here's Bryant after Henderson's miss. And here's Kobe. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Toronto. Pass to Mozgov. Here's Bass. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
You know, that part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse.
Well, Portland had another strong season against the rest of the West. Ended up with a record of 31-21 in the conference, and that was good enough to earn them the 4th spot in the West.
The Lakers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Kobe passes to Smith. Bass with the screen. Off the pick. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Here's Aminu. Here's Kaman. Now, here is Russell. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Screened by Russell. Bass dishes to Smith. It's Kobe Bryant on the wing. Back to Smith. Takes the 3. That's good. Smith's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball.
Kobe with the brilliant assist that time.
A big part of the problem for the Lakers last year was consistency. Of course, with all their injuries, they had to shuffle the lineup, it seemed, every game.
Well, you know what happened with all that shuffling was they got to see a lot of different players and evaluate them for the future. I think it helped in regards to what they're going to do this offseason.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And for the Lakers, obviously the big get for them was landing the number 2 overall pick in the draft. Getting a quality big to add to a roster with Kobe is huge. It made them a player, again, I believe, in free agency.
Platoon swap here for the Lakers. Portland also making some changes. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Kaman. Vonleh comes in for Davis. And McCollum subbed in for Gerald Henderson. Trailblazers trail by 5.
And, you know, when it comes to the Lakers, they're always going to be players in free agency if they have money. It's still a marquee franchise in the NBA, one of the top 2 or 3, no doubt. When you have high draft picks and money to spend, people want to play for you, and not to mention California is an attractive destination.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Clarkson kicks to Randall. Hibbert with the screen. He feeds it to Clarkson. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Now that we have the chance to show you the teams in the top of the NBA in steals this year. The Trailblazers 3rd.
One of the things that's made this team so effective is their ability to get takeaways. I mean, they do an excellent job defending the ball and also jumping into the passing lanes, and they're all together defensively. That's one of the reasons they're amongst the league leaders in steals.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. both free throws good for Clarkson. As magical as the 2014 playoffs were for the Blazers, remember they beat Houston in that first round, that great shot by Lillard late to win it and move on. 2015, not as much. You know, Greg, they drew a very tough Memphis team, as you recall, in the first round.
Yeah, you often talk about styles making fights. Very similar in this series. They would go on to drop the first 3 games before being bounced, but still a good showing for a team that struggled mightily down the stretch with injuries.
Shots good.
2-point set. There you go. It's now a 7-point lead.
A little space and pull the trigger.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
That one goes. Count it.
And, you know, just as you said, Portland didn't have enough to get by the Grizzlies in the first round. Ended up losing in 5 after taking 1 game, and that was game 4. Just had a hard time breaking down the Memphis defense.
Here's Clarkson following the score by Damian Lillard. It's stolen by Aminu. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Here's McCollum. Rebound the Lakers. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland.
And this, the first of 3 games these 2 teams will play against one another this season.
Yeah, you know, these are 2 rival teams that will see each other a fair amount this season. We'll see which team can tip it off with a win.
Now, here's Clarkson. He was averaging around 5.5 points a game. Just 2 to shoot. Goes back up. And it's Brown missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Lillard attacking. Drops in the layup for 2. Lillard's got 6.
Another loss for the Blazers when they were the 4 seed, as you mentioned. As a franchise, they have lost in the first round every time they have ended up as the 4 seed. Not exactly a good position.
So timeout called here. The first for Los Angeles. Al Farouk Aminu, so highly regarded coming out of college, still really finding his way around the NBA. But this last season, with Dallas, he may have found his niche in this league.
That's a great point, Kevin. A guy who can give you a lot of things: rebounding, defense, hustle points. But he's already played on a number of teams in his young career because he's still trying to, as you put it, find that niche. Maybe he's finally developed who he is.
And appreciate anything. That does have a Facebook and a Twitter account. You can follow me on Twitter, stay connected. Well, we watch our videos in full.
Here's Clarkson.
Yeah, and on the topic of Aminu, he's a bit of a tweener. Doesn't have quite the quickness and ball handling skills the top small forwards have. Doesn't have the bulk or grit to match up against the better power forwards. He's a hard fit for what you want to have done at that position.
Now, here's Aminu. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Clippers.
Yeah, but he was also a force on the defensive side. 2 block shots and also altered a ton of shots.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
And guys, getting back to Aminu, he still has the tools to be a really good player, but like so many young guys, he has to focus. He has to bring the intensity 100% every game, and I could see him being one of those late bloomers, if you will. This is clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
The Trailblazers have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight.
This season, in general, has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Only about 71%.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
Leonard, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. The free throw is good from Lillard.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
The Lakers in the lead. 20 seconds left to play in the first. Clarkson kicks to Hibbert. Clarkson passes to Young. Looking to end the drought. No luck. Lillard outside. Now the dish to Plumlee. Deflects the pass. Brown cannot hit. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Los Angeles on top, up by 1. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And now a chance to hear from point guard Damian Lillard as he explains his stoic demeanor on the floor.
I was taught to, never let anybody see how you feel. I kind of just embraced it, for my entire life. Just, you wouldn't know if something was going on in my life or not, because as long as I'm taking care of business and doing what I need to be doing, that's all that matters.
I would say, Clark, we probably shouldn't expect to see Lillard starring in any reality shows about his personal life.
I think that would be accurate. I mean, Lillard is a young man who is all about taking care of his business and doing what he needs to be doing. I mean, his reality is trying to live up to the expectations for him in Portland.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
This is almost like a volleyball game when you watch just how many shots they blocked or altered.
Well, how about this? A lot of side outs for them, the way they've swatted shots away. That's a volleyball term, by the way, folks.
Yeah, or handball.
I like that. Or handball.
Yeah, either
well.
one of the two. They're knocking a lot away.
Yeah.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Henderson out there with Davis, and it's Leonard in at the 5. Now, here is Russell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Bryant dishes to Russell. Outside Bryant. 5 on the clock. Smith outside. Jacks up a 3. The shot misses. Now Portland takes it the other way. Well, the defense is what did the Lakers season in last year, but their offense struggled at times as well. Clark, they just couldn't count on things night to night.
Well, they were near the bottom of the league in most offensive categories, Kevin. Bottom 5 in field goal percentage and three-point percentage. The efficiency just wasn't there.
Now, here is Smith after Henderson's miss. Here's Mozgov, and the layup's good off the glass. Mozgov's got it all tied up now for the Lakers.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, they're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow, just like he got there.
And then Henderson with the dunk.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
And Bass kicks to Kobe. Smith on the wing. Fires the 3. That's in. Coming off an assist by Kobe. 6 points for J.R. Smith.
And with the Lakers and their lack of offense, sometimes teams can hide that by playing good defense, but the Lakers just really didn't have either. A lot of things working against them this past season.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Bryant passes to Smith, picked by Mozgov. Mozgov sets a screen for Smith. And there's the feed to Bass. He dishes it to Russell. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
You know, the Lakers often would get in trouble with slow starts to games because of their offense. I mean, at least they forced a league-high 9 overtime games, going 6-3 in those contests, so the offense seemed to come alive late in games.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And, you know, for Brandon Bass, such a big asset to Boston last year, and they're pushed to make the playoffs, especially after the Celtics had traded away several key veterans. His toughness, his strong mid-range game, that all helped.
know what I'm boys and mixing problems some are seeing. Data services are now available, and some calls are completing. Other services like WhatsApp, Signal, but at least that's a little bit of good news coming out of Fairmont Twitter. But if you guys did or do have a T-Mobile, don't get T-Mobile. You guys can get a cell phone either through Straight Talk, Sprint.
One of the most meaningful in Bass's career in terms of his contributions, really counting toward the bottom line. A lifetime role player. The outcomes of many games last year were swayed by how well he performed.
Here's Russell following the basket by Gerald Henderson. Russell kicks to Smith. Left side, Bryant. The three. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. And it's 7 points for Kobe Bryant. Trailblazers trail by 4. Feeds it to Henderson. To the middle. Here's Kaman. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Outside, Kobe. There's the screen. Smith right side. Clock at 6. Outside, Russell from deep three-point range. Again, Russell missing. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. McCollum with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Came in a screen. Here's Vonleh. And it's all evened up.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from
Looks like the
close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They have got to figure it out.
Here's Smith after the basket by Noah Vonleh. Smith outside. 5 to shoot. Dishes it to Sacre. Shoots from the elbow. Rebounded by McCollum.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Anderson with it. Picked up by Kobe. There's Chris Kaman on the assist by Lillard. Kaman's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Russell dishes to Smith. He kicks to Kobe. From deep three-point range, the long distance three is good. Bryant's got 6 here in this quarter.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
No doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
Now here's Vonleh. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Offline from the top of the key.
Well, somehow the Lakers managed to avoid ending up in last place in the West last season. Still, it's a far, far cry from the Lakers teams of the past. Only 21 wins for them on the season.
Ryan against Henderson. Outside, Kobe. Back to Smith. From deep three-point range. But they recover it. Second shot opportunity. Mozgov's shot is off. The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Kicks it to McCollum. Three-pointer. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 4th assist in this one. And for the Lakers against the rest of the West last year, they only went 9-43, Greg, in their own conference matchups.
Yeah, and never a good sign when less than half of your wins come against your own conference. The Lakers know they have a long road ahead of them to get back to their years of Western Conference dominance.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And guys, what I like about Damian Lillard, very decisive with the ball in his hands, always in attack mode. He keeps it hopping, and he has a killer instinct in the clutch.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
T-Mobile.
The Lakers have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And for Lillard, he keeps the ball moving, as Greg was talking about. Clark, he keeps his teammates involved.
Very proficient in the pick and roll, understands the nuances of looking at weak side defenders and getting to the free throw lane for the roll man. He knows all the tricks to make that pick and roll really successful.
Portland leading. Drains it from 17 feet out. Lillard's got 10 points.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Clarkson passes to Hibbert. Plumlee with the steal. Lillard against Brown. Lillard outside. Plumlee in the high post. Pass to Vonleh. Over in the corner, Lillard. He's looking for Plumlee and finds him, and the shot is good. Now it's a 6-point Trailblazer lead.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Now, here's Clarkson. Back to Young. And the pass to Clarkson to end the run. Good! Clarkson's got 5 now.
They're not going to run that play very often, but hey, they'll take it. Way to notch that 3.
Aminu with it. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Plumlee with a screen on Young. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. For the past 10 games, these teams have been fantastic on rebounding. Number 1, the Trailblazers.
Kevin, that's been a nice run lately. They're making a strong effort on the board, and it's working and paying dividends for them.
And here is Los Angeles now. 52 seconds left to play in the first half. Clarkson kicks to Young. Makes it off the glass. Now just a 1-point Trailblazer lead.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Lillard outside. Passes it to Aminu. The offensive rebound. Plumlee and Hibbert with the block. Now, here's Clarkson. Henderson defending. Screen by Young. Here's Clarkson. Henderson defending. 6 to shoot. Young's shot is off. Lillard. No luck. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Trailblazers lead by 1. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Roy, what's been working out here in the first half for you guys?
We were limiting them to one shot, trying to get in their passing lanes, make everything tough for them on ball. We keep this up, we'll be all right tonight.
Roy, great job in the first half. We'll see if you can sustain it. Guys, over to you.
Okay, Doris, much appreciated. And now for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
I would call that a competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 10 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, they forced their way to some easy buckets, aggressively going to the rack, imposing their will. I mean, taking it inside establishes an attitude and toughness that you can't get any other way.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Lakers?
You know, they didn't play it too safe. They made some really nice shots. Those are some much-needed points, and it keeps them right in the game. As long as they stay on the same page and keep working together, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
Just about time for the third quarter to get underway, and we'll see you again at the Horn.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
Lillard has been playing really well. 10 points, and what a game he's had passing the ball, too.
I love the fact that
We'll have a chance to do it next year.
Really spreading the ball around, getting everyone involved.
Russell is out there with Bryant. Then there's J.R. Smith. Then it's Mozgov. And it's Bass in at the power forward position. That's the Laker 5. Portland did a lot of things right last year in their 51-win season. The one constant for them was how they play defense.
You know, Kevin, they were good all season long in terms of staying focused on that side of the ball. Really made sure to challenge every shot, and with their length and reach, they should be a factor defensively.
The Lakers trail. Kobe with it. Al Farouk Amino covering. Outside Bryant. Pass to Mozgov. Stolen by Henderson. 4-on-3 break. Shoots from 12. Portland no good that time either.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Kaman against Mozgov. And stolen by Kaman. Henderson kicks to Kaman. Over Smith. Mozgov with the block. And he recovers it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. And Lillard kicks to Anderson. Davis against Bass. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Kobe kicks to Russell. Banked in off the glass. Russell's got his second basket of the game. And for Portland, they're shooting 41% for the game. And Lillard kicks to Aminu. Back to Lillard. Pulls it up. And the shot falls short this time.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Now, here is Russell. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. He feeds it to Bass. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Portland leading. Lillard outside. The dish to Davis. And that one's good.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Bass, a screen on Lillard. Russell dishes to Smith. The feed to Bass. Back to Smith. Releases. And it's Kaman with the rebound. Kaman's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And Chris Kaman, guys, signing with the Blazers last season, he's had big contracts before, but told his agent, hey, let's focus on getting a winning situation. And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
The drive by Bryant. And it's Portland with the rebound. Kaman's got 6 rebounds in the game. And the Blazers really needed bench depth in their front court, Clark. A great situation for Chris Kaman to come into and contribute.
Yeah, you know, he felt he'd been overlooked with the Lakers the season prior and bruised his ego a bit. In Portland, he found a defined role providing scoring off the bench, which suited him well.
Timeout called the Lakers. Last season, Portland won the Northwest Division and had a good year, certainly, but they had some issues when they were the away team on the road and away from the Rose Garden. They had some problems.
Yeah, actually played under 500 on the road, Kevin. Something you rarely see out of a team that wins 51 games.
For me, guys, I haven't done.
Lakers making a switch here. Sacre's checked in, and then for the Trailblazers, Leonard, he's checked in for Kaman, and it's C.J. McCollum in for Lillard.
Difference for the 8-6.
Lakers trail by 6.
And as you said with the Blazers, they were the only team to win 50 games and still lose more than they won on the road. Last team to do that was the 2013 Denver Nuggets.
And it's Smith finishing it off.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Here's Henderson following the bucket by the Lakers. He dishes it to Leonard.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
No drive for Leonard. Clarkson, he's checked in for the Lakers. Leonard hits them both. Lakers trail by 6. Russell kicks to Smith. Here's Sacre. He's covered by Leonard. Fast break. Here they come. Aminu with the bucket. Aminu's got his second basket.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's got 5. Back to Smith. Feeds it to Clarkson. Screen by Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. McCollum passes to Aminu. Dishes it to Davis. It's Henderson on the wing. Teardrop shot. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
Screen by Smith. Clarkson kicks to Smith. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And how big was last year's trade for J.R. Smith? I mean, sent from the Knicks to the Cavaliers around midseason, Smith began to post some of the better numbers of his career, helping prove that for a tumultuous personality like Smith's, environment is key.
And the first one drops. For J.R. Smith playing alongside LeBron and Kyrie last season, he knew he had a chance for a ring. You know, Clark, he played like it most of the time.
He sure did. I mean, instead of having to create offense, the offense was created for him, served up perfectly for him, and all he had to do was knock down open jumpers, and as a result, his shooting percentages rose after the trade.
He hits both from the stripe.
And it's not often that one of your enforcers is also one of your best three-point shooters, but such is the case with J.R. Smith. Everywhere he's gone, he's played both roles, sometimes to the team's benefit, but others to its detriment.
Lillard. The second chance effort, and there's the nice layup by Plumlee. Plumlee's got the lead up to 8 now for Portland.
Good look. He'll make that one most of the time.
Picked by Randall. Clarkson with the ball. Lillard picks him up, and he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Greg, on the topic of Smith, you never know what his personality is going to bring to the game, or Clark, even the moment.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Moment to moment, it's an adventure. When the good JR is rolling, he's knocking down threes, playing solid D, creating havoc for the opponent. Bad JR is taking and missing wild shots, going to sleep on defense, and causing problems for his own team.
Yeah. Now Clarkson, 5 points in the game. And here's Smith. Young in the corner. And again, no good by the Lakers. And here's Portland. They're on a 15-6 run. Now, here's Aminu. Not a lot of room. Now here's Henderson. He has 7. Over to the wing. Uncovered. Randall grabs the board.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Clarkson with the ball. Al-Farouq Aminu covering. A minute 42 left in the third quarter. Offensive rebound. Portland leading by 10. Lillard outside. And the layup is good. Lillard's got 14.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Now, here's Clarkson. He kicks it to Young. Unloads from 13. Off the left rim and out.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now, here is Young. Back to Hibbert. Trying to get back on track, and the layup is good. Here's Lillard. We've got 28 seconds left in the third. And it's Lillard again missing. Lakers trail by 10. Young with the ball. And it's sent back by Plumlee. They recover it. Gets it down to single digits. Hibbert's got 4 this quarter.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Trailblazers out in front. They're up by 8. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. The Lakers trail. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Vonleh is out there with Aminu. Then it's Henderson. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Kaman in at the 5 on the paint. The Trailblazers shooting about 42% so far. Russell against Lillard. And Hibbert with the block. They get it back. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. Brandon Bass is checked in for Roy Hibbert.
And no doubt the Lakers had some defensive issues last season. I mean, no true center on that roster. And at times, they were just feasted upon on the inside.
The Lakers did have problems defending inside, Greg. You're right, both on drives, Clark, and on post-ups.
Yeah, you know, they were second to last in the league in field goal percentage at their own rim. And rim protection is more than just blocking shots. So they got a lot of blocks as a team, but anything they didn't block went in.
Now Bass. Kicks it to Russell. Picked by Mozgov. Left side, Kobe. Lock at 6. And it's Portland with the rebound. Kaman's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Henderson kicks to Lillard. Kaman, a screen on Bryant. Lillard misses.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Russell kicks to Young. Back to Russell. Bass with the screen. The drive by Russell. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
At the line for your Lakers, D'Angelo Russell. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Davis is checked in for Vonleh. And so Russell hits them both.
Boy, perfect half at the free throw line for him. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
And Clark, those free throws need to continue if they're going to get back in this game.
Lillard dishes to Aminu. The three-pointer no good.
That's a shot you've got to take if you're looking for the three-pointer. I mean, the defense is nowhere around.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Lillard attacking, and he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
And the Lakers call time here. Damian Lillard is a 2-time All-Star. He just keeps getting better and better, and I love his demeanor on the floor. He seems a lot older than he really is.
Yeah, he's got an old head, and he's got a very even-keeled disposition about him, which serves him well. He almost missed the All-Star game last season and was an injury replacement.
And for Lillard, that motivation. Remember, he got cut from Team USA a couple summers ago in favor of Derrick Rose and Kyrie Irving, and Lillard calls it wood on the fire. Those things keep him focused and also hungry.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Byron Scott coaching his team during the break. He talked mainly about giving them a different look defensively and dropping more bodies into the paint, saying, listen, they're eating us up on the inside, and we need to do whatever it takes to stop it. Guys, back to you.
And remember, Lillard, the former Rookie of the Year, he's had his snubs, but also he's gotten some recognition. Even playing in the Pacific Northwest, he's got his own signature shoe now, and his star definitely on the rise.
And Davis sends it back. Lillard against Russell. Lillard attacking. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Lakers trail by 9. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Here's Bass. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Oh, nice double pump finish there. Strictly for the fans.
Trailblazers leading by 6. Here is Lillard. Pass to Davis. And it's blocked. Now, here is Russell. The pass to Bryant. Russell against Henderson. Russell passes to Kobe. 6 on the shot clock. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. And now just a 4-point Portland lead. And Lillard kicks to Henderson. Davis setting the pick for Henderson to the inside. Here's Kaman. Good for his 6th make and a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
They've done a terrific job of getting offensive rebounds and then converting those here in the second half. I mean, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but they've turned them all into points.
Kobe against Henderson. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And guys, it looked like Nick Young had finally put it all together. I mean, he had a huge campaign 2 years ago, signs a new 4-year deal. Then last year, disaster strikes. I mean, he provided very little to the team outside of shooting the basketball. And even with that, he dropped to a career worst, 37% from the field.
Portland leading by 3. Lillard outside. Passes to Davis. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Davis against Russell. Mozgov up top, shoots it. The shot is off, and the Trailblazers going the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Aminu with it. He's picked up by Russell. Aminu dishes to Davis. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Russell passes to Bryant. Mozgov kicks to Kobe. Sinks the triple. Bryant's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there. Beautiful.
Lillard dishes to Aminu. Pass to King. Little turnaround. And again, it's Portland converted. Lakers trail by 6. Here's Russell. Dash with the screen. The drive by Smith. And Davis pulls it down. For Portland, they've gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. There's the dish to Kaman. Tries again. Can't hit. Excellent D there from Moskov. Los Angeles has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Kobe, the pass to Russell. Back to Bryant. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Great move to get to the rim. I think they're going to take the aggressive approach down the stretch.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now. Looking at some different sets because of the matchup.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, over the break, I listened in on what Terry Stotts had to say in his huddle. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Davis. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. He also told them that he wants to see multiple passes on every possession. He said that was the key to getting the best shot each time down. It's pretty late in the game to be altering the game plan, but they're going to come out with a different look here, guys. Back to you.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Kobe against Henderson. The drive by Bryant. Baseline jumper. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds in this game. Lillard against Smith. The feed to Aminu. Fires from deep. That drops.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Lakers trail by 7. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter. Henderson against Bryant. He feeds it to Russell. Can't get it to go. Now Portland takes it the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Lillard with it. Davis with a screen on Bryant. Lillard attacking. 9 feet out. That's good on the jump shot. And now it's a 9-point Trailblazer lead.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out with style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
Kobe kicks to Bass. He dishes it to Russell from about 16. Here's Smith. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Checking out the game J.R. Smith is having. He has 12 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
Shooting for Los Angeles, J.R. Smith. Taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within 8. Big group substitution here for the Lakers.
Hasn't offered specifics on what the next Zen versions of the...
Brownie's checked in for Kobe.
Other than that...
And it's Clarkson in for Russell.
Hold on.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here is Frazier. Feeds it to McCollum. Iamacreator with the block, and they'll keep possession. Fires for three, and McCollum the bucket on the assist by Leonard.
And really no better feeling than to go on the road and play this well and get the win.
Yeah, it's always a good win when you play the kind of game they have played tonight. I mean, especially, though, when you get it done on the road. That's a special, special feeling there.
And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution on the court.
Coming to the last.
Lillard outside. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the side.
Well, Gerald, we often hear
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan player of the game, Damian Lillard. What are your thoughts, Ken?
The thing that has to jump out of you is all of those points in the paint. He found every gap in the defense that he could, and he never stopped attacking the basket. If the D was expecting him to just hang out on the perimeter.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.
As a we simulate that. The legs of
I've seen it with my own eyes. I would get otherwise without the luxury of leaving. The touch and feeling of free is untangible technically. It's something you got to believe in. Connect the cause and the fact. One foot in front of the next. This is the start of a journey. And my mind is already gone, and the fear of the unknown somehow just doesn't concern me. And you can stand right there if you want, but I'm going on. And I'm prepared to go it alone. I'm going on to a place in the sun that's nice and warm. I'm going on, and I'm sure they'll have a place for you too. Anyone that needs what they want and doesn't want what they need, I want nothing to do with. And to do what I want and to do what I please is first on my to-do list. But every once in a while I think about her smile, one of the few things I do miss. But baby, I've got to go. Baby, I've got to
7 to 52, the final.
I'll see you when you get there, but I'm going on. And I'm prepared to go it alone. I'm going on.
By 20.
May my love lift you up to the place you belong. I'm going on, and I promise I'll be waiting for you.
The Knicks would get the fourth win up to 4-11. Over the Heat down to 8-5 in Miami. 89-87, 2 points. Between the both. And the Jazz go up to 4-9, upset the Thunder down to 8-7 of the season in Utah, 87-7. Goes, we have the around. 9-6 Blazers hosting a 7-5 Bulls. Jimmy Gasol and Derrick Rose. That's gonna be interesting. It all depends what the plan's going to be. So, but it all depends, guys. We'll see of the Iamacreator group. What already want to catch the last remaining of 2K16, and when I pick up The Last of Us 2 this Friday at GameStop, when I go with my dad, perhaps. Be sure to hit that red support button. You can go to
I'm making diamonds out of pressure. My pipes are intact. Don't believe me? Action point it back to the track. These recordings be important and responsible for drama like Sarah Palin, Joe Biden, McCain, and Obama. Man, listen, we be on a life or death mission. Get paid like tuition or caged up in prison. One time for your mind, two ghetto politicians. 3 for all my niggas locked down in the system. Man, listen, we be on a life or death mission. Get paid like tuition or caged up in prison. One time for your mind,